story. You've, over the years, met up with loads of people. One of them is Steve Waugh, and together with him and a number of others, you're going to be onto a bike and heading off on a rather special race later this year.
Yeah, so, you know, even the 5 years that I served Madiba, Dan, was as a cop. So I joined the police straight out of matric because my parents didn't have the money to send me to university, and I certainly didn't have the marks to get a bursary, unlike these smart ladies on my left and right. And I've always wanted to give back to both the cops, but also to the security profession. And I remember, Dan, in those early days when I got my pay sheet as a cop, there were only 2 deductions on that pay sheet. So it said salary, and it said income tax, or PAYE, and then it said Widow and Orphans Fund, 10 Rand. And then when I had my own kids, I became very grateful that there was such a thing as a police widows and orphans fund. So if something happens to me, somebody will take care of, you know, my family, apart from the policies I got. So I thought, well, that'll be a good way, a good charity to raise funds for. So our company, NSA Global Security Consultants, decided to host this ride and make the Widow and Orphans Fund and another one called the SAPS Education Trust the beneficiary. So there's a trust that will pay for the schooling of an orphan, of a cop who loses his or her life in the line of duty, from kindergarten right up to tertiary education. It ticks every box, Dan. It covers, it's a charity for women because there are widows involved. It's a charity for children, and we know the problems with the abuse of women and children in our country. What better social cause is there than to give a bit back to that thin blue line that stands in the gap for every South African? So we're going to do that. So we devised this crazy idea. We're going to attend the rugby match when the Boks play the Wallabies at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in PE. Get on our bikes the following day and ride the garden route into Cape Town over 6 days. So each night when we overnight a little town or city on the way to Cape Town, we're going to have these guys and the lady as the after-dinner speaker. So there's a leadership element. So you pay your money, and the entry fee covers your kit, your hotel, your food, your nutrition, your mechanical stuff, and then each icon or each rider that signs up has to raise a certain amount of money, and all of that goes to those 2 funds. You know, Steve Waugh said to me when he asked me to come and ride his, he said, "This will be life-changing." And I was going, yeah, you know, how life-changing can it be, man? I served Madiba. It was phenomenal. The bond that forms as you sweat up some of those hills and you realize that what we're doing is bigger than us. It's about these kids. It does something to you, man.